Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In earlier video, I've completed with the topic compulsory registration, that is section 24 of GST, and in this video I will start with the next topic related to registration, that is procedure for registration, and it consists of three sections, that is section 25, 26 and 27, and in this video I will complete with section 25. Now let's get started. Procedure for registration. The procedure of registration is governed by section 25 of CGST Act, read with relevant CGST rules 2017. Further, special provisions have been provided for registration of casual taxable persons and non-resident taxable person under section 27, and concept of deemed registration has been elaborated under section 26. So under GST, application for registration has to be submitted electronically, as we all know that, at GST common portal, and which is www.gst.gov.in, and it should be duly signed or verified through the EVC, or we can say Aadhaar OTP, and it can be signed with the digital signature. And there are around 30 forms or formats have been prescribed in CGST Rule 2017, and for every process in registration chain, and such as application for registration, its rejection, its RC, that is registration certificate, show cause notice for cancellation or reply, and there are standard formats are there, and strict timelines have been stipulated for completion of different stages of registration process. Okay, it's the introduction related to the procedure for registration, and now I will start with its first subsection, that is section 25, subsection 1, when to apply for registration. The persons who is liable to be registered under section 22 or section 24. 22 stands for person liable for registration, and compulsory registration, that is section 24. And in every state and every such state, union, territory in which he is so liable, and it should be done within 30 days from the date on which he becomes liable for registration. Okay, now in case of a casual taxable person or a non-resident taxable person, in every such state or union territory in which he is so liable, and it should be at least 5 days prior to the commencement of business. So let's take an example of it. This is Z Limited, who deal in taxable supply of goods in UP. So its company turnover exceeds 20 lakh on 1st October 19. So company is liable to get registered within 30 days from that date on which company turnover exceeds 20 lakh. Now come over its next subsection, which stands for state-wise registration, which means one registration per state. The person seeking registration under this act shall be granted a single registration in single state or union territory, provided that the persons having multiple business verticals in a state or UT may be granted a separate registration for each business vertical, subject to such conditions as may be prescribed. Now come over its next subsection, that is 25 subsection 3, which talks about voluntary registration. Voluntary means स्व इच्छा, मतलब अपनी इच्छा से आप कोई registration ले रहे हैं. So its first point is the person who is not liable to be registered under section 22 or section 24 may get himself registered voluntarily. In case of voluntary registration, all provisions of this act as are applicable to registered person shall apply to voluntary registered person. However, when once a person obtains voluntary registration, he need to pay tax even though his aggregate turnover not exceed 20 lakhs and 10 lakhs in special categories of states. Now, its next subsections 24 subsection 4 and 5 stands for distinct persons or establishments of distinct persons. A person who has obtained or is required to obtain more than one registration, whether in one state or union territory, or more than one state or union territory, shall in respect of each registration be treated as distinct persons for the purposes of this act. And where a person who has obtained or is required to obtain registration in a state or UT in respect of an establishment has an establishment in another state or UT, then such establishment shall be treated as establishments of distinct persons. The next point is PAN, which stands for Permanent Account Number, which is must for obtaining registration. Permanent account number is mandatory to be eligible for grant of registration, and in case of non-resident taxable person, other prescribed documents are prescribed. We can say a valid passport may be taken for this. Now come over next point, that is suo motu registration by the proper officer, where pursuant to any survey, inquiry, inspection, search or any other proceedings under this act has failed to apply for such registration, when the proper officer finds that a person liable for registration, the such officer may register the said person on temporary basis and issues an order in the prescribed form. And such person shall either submit an application for registration in prescribed form within 90 days from the date of grant of temporary registration, and in second area, where file an appeal against such temporary registration. In this case, if the appellate authority upholds, support the liability to registration, application for registration shall be submitted within 30 days from the date of issuance of such order of appellate tribunal. Now, the next point stands for unique identity number. Any specialized agency of United Nations or organizations or any multilateral financial institution, an organization notified under United Nations Act 1947, Embassy of Foreign Countries, and any other person or class of persons as may be notified by Commission shall be granted a unique identity number in such manner and for such purpose, including refund of taxes on notified supply of goods or services or both, received by them as may be prescribed. And the example will be the World Trade Organization and the International Labour Organization. Now, the grant or rejection of RC, the registration, or we can say unique identity number, shall be granted or rejected after the due verification. Now, the next point is the issuance of registration certificate. The certificate of registration shall be issued in form GST REG 06 within 3 working days from the date of submission of the application for granting of registration. Now, come over the next topic, that is the procedure for registration. Every person who is liable to be registered shall apply for registration within 30 days from the date on which he becomes liable to registration, as we have already studied in section 25 subsection 1, that is when to apply for registration. So before applying for registration, he need to declare his legal name of business, his PAN, mobile number, email address, state or union territory in part A of form GST REG 1 on common portal. And on successful verification of these numbers, a reference number will be generated. An applicant shall submit part B of GST REG 01 duly signed along with documents specified in the said form at the common portal, that is www.gst.gov.in, and form GST REG 02, that is the acknowledgement of application. And if these documents are found in order, the proper officer shall approve resignation, registration within 3 working days from the date of submission. As we have discussed the procedure for registration in a summarized manner, now I am discussing with its detailed procedure for registration. As we have studied that every person liable for registration shall, before applying to registration, declare PAN, mobile number, email ID, state या UT in Part A of GST REG 01 on GST portal. So in this, the PAN, mobile number and email address are to be validated, and PAN validated by the common portal from the CBDT database, that is Central Board of Direct Taxes database, as we all know that, and mobile number and email verified through the one-time password sent to it. And after it, the temporary reference number is generated and communicated to the applicant on the validated mobile number and email address. And on receipt of such acknowledgement in prescribed form shall be issued to applicant electronically. And then application shall be forwarded to the proper officer, and the proper officer will examine the application and the documents accompanying with it. If the same are found in order, the proper officer will grant RC, that is registration certificate, in GST REG 06 within 3 working days from the date of submission. And if the same are not found in order, the proper officer issues notice electronically in 3 working days from the application date, seeking clarification, information or documents, whatever they require from the applicant. And these clarifications stands for, that is modification or correction of particulars declared in application for registration. And if applicant has furnished the clarification into or documents within 7 working days from the receipt of notice, and the proper officer is satisfied with it, then he will grant registration certificate within the prescribed time. But if not satisfied, then he will reject the applications for reasons to be recorded in writing. Reasons should be there. Next is the deemed approval. If the proper officer fails to take any action within 3 working days from the date of submission of application, or within the 7 working days from the date of receipt of clarification, information or documents furnished by applicant, then it shall deem to have been approved.